Welcome to Good Mythical More. We're gonna have a cozy movie night. Apparently it's a 90s movie night, and we got $15 to spend. How would you spend your $15?
Ooh, come along with us. But first, let's play Who You Talking About? We're gonna read a comment that one of you wrote about one of us, and guess who it was about.
Okay.
Let's see that comment.
Let's see that comment.
All I see right now is the...
Oh, is it on your thing to
Aha!
Yeah.
Oh no,
Got
that's the
him!
reveal.
Yeah, it's right here. It's always been here.
It's always been
every
there.
single time.
Yeah.
It's never not been here.
It's always never been somewhere else.
Recklin, the Shadow, says, blanks all like, I like to eat this the way it was intended to be eaten, like he's some sort of madman.
So something that no one ever eats that one of us likes to eat the way that it's intended to be.
I like to eat this the way it was intended to be eaten, like he's some sort of madman.
That's my guess, is that it's something no one eats, so there's no intention behind it. It seems like something you would say. I like to eat this the way it's intended to be eaten.
I
could hear you saying
It does feel
that.
like something that I would say. So
Rhett.
I'm going to say it was me as well.
But you know what? Does it taste good? And I like to eat the waffle
With the chicken.
and the chicken at the same time. Well, I didn't say I like to eat this the way it's intended to be eaten. Oh, but I'm like that.
You're all like.
Oh, I'm just like
You're
it.
just all like it.
But you,
I
that
think
is how
this
it's
is great. I think we really landed it from
how
the
it's intended to be.
start to the
I
end.
love this bit.
We've done
We don't know
it.
how this
I love
works.
this bit.
And we
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how,
No, I do love that bit.
we don't know how to move on
Usually I recognize that it's there. And usually then we see the thing that was said, not like it was said.
from it. So we're gonna watch Clueless, Titanic, Wayne's World, or Goodfellas, and then we're gonna eat these things at different price points. Now I will point out with $15, you could just decide to pull a complete Rhett and spend all your money on
three
just
different movies?
on just the food.
Oh no, I'm gonna stick to a movie.
And just watch. Sometimes I just watch the screensaver on my TV.
Those can be mesmerizing these days.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be more interesting to start at the bottom and work our way up. Because
Okay.
the thing that everyone's wondering is, what movie are you going to choose? And we're gonna make you wait on that. Technically, if you do one from every category, it'll be the right amount, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm tempted to go with hot chocolate because that's certainly cozy, but I gotta go with wine. I mean, it's like, I gotta get a little bit of inebriation for my evening.
Okay, so
It'll warm up your innards.
now, like you said, this is a home movie, but if I start drinking wine at home,
You conking out?
I'm gonna fall asleep.
You're doing soda?
Yeah, first of all, I like to make it like I'm at the theater as much as possible,
Okay.
as you will see as this progresses. Without a doubt. If I make hot tea, going to sleep. Wine, going to sleep. Hot chocolate, what is this? Christmas time? Maybe for a Christmas movie.
I mean,
but
if
I'm actually doing soda
it's
and I'm
cold.
doing a Diet Dr. Pepper, maybe a Coke Zero, because I want that caffeine to kick in so I can stay up and watch it. These are the things that a 45-year-old man has to do.
Do everything you can and not fall asleep. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get lit. I'm good with that.
I mean, how could this not be blanket?
Blankets are great. I mean, sometimes I do have to go with a candle if a dog has turded in the back corner of our TV room, which is a place that they like to sneak off to and turd.
Do you just leave the turd there and light a candle and call it a day?
No, I use toilet paper as a glove and I flush it.
Yeah. And then still gotta light a candle.
And still gotta light a candle.
What do your dog
it's such
turds
a
smell
problem.
like?
Not lighting candles.
Sean craps on the reg around the house. You actually usually in one spot, but it does not stink. I mean, I'm sure it does if I would have put my nose up to it, but I haven't done that and I've never smelled it.
It doesn't stink nearly as much as the cat's crap.
I'm gonna go blanket here because
I thought you were trying not to fall asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's just on my knees. No, notice
it's
I
like a
didn't say
shawl.
pillow. I, as a rule, do not lay down or lie down to watch a movie because then I'll start falling asleep. I don't lie down to watch a movie. I sit up straight
That's the key.
with an erect spine with a blanket over my knees. Actually, I don't use a blanket, but it is an option here, so I'm going to.
Our blanket game is so strong in our house. I mean, there was a point where we would fight over blankets, and then Christy was like, you know what, we'll just buy more of the same blankets.
Yeah.
We have duplicates of every blanket that everybody fought over. And then we buy a different blanket and everybody fight over that one, so we get a duplicate of that one. So we have 2 of like 3 different types of blankets. And the dogs lay on the softest blanket. Like they're not allegiant to any person, they're allegiant to the blanket. So when I put on the blanket, that lures the dogs. And Christy gets mad because Jade will want to be on the blanket, and then Jasper will just want to be where Jade is. So it's not like the dogs will split up. Jasper likes to stay with Jade.
Thanks for that. Thanks for letting us know about that.
So all of that happens in my house before I watch a movie. Lots of stuff happens before I watch a movie. I have to go around, I have to turn off all the lights, I have to close the doors.
You got the Google Home, do the program.
Some of them are on that.
Hey Google, it's movie time.
And then I have to clean up the dog poop, and then I have to light a candle, which I'm not selecting. And then I have to get my Topo Chico, which isn't on this list. So.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
People know, it's like when I say, all right, we're going to sit down to watch a movie or a television show, they know it's like, all right, that means 20 minutes from now he's going to be ready, and then we'll go in there.
Okay, good. My wife got us that big blanket. Y'all heard about the big blanket that's like 12 feet long?
We have one of those too.
The whole family, and now the family's smaller, and my oldest went off to college.
Yep. And he's never coming back.
But all 4 of us could get under that blanket. We didn't do that
Do you
often.
do that?
No, the whole couch. And Jessie had that couch. She got that couch made to go through the whole, kind of does this, but it goes through the whole side of the room. And it's all 4 people can kind of be lounging, and then
under the
one blanket. It's like 12 feet long.
Yeah.
When you're not using it, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt.
The blanket is too big.
The blanket is too big.
I don't use it because it's too big.
We stuff it behind the couch because she got the couch. It's got it undulates, and there's a spot where it undulates out from the wall. And we
A blanket hole?
Just put the blanket in there.
A blanket pit.
Candy. I do not typically have candy on hand at home because we eat enough of that on this show. So I tend to not have it at the house.
Yeah.
But now that these options have been presented to me, there's nothing like a peanut M&M when you're watching a movie. Can I just get an amen?
No. I'm not choosing anything from that category. I'm going to skip ahead to...
Well, you're not, you got $15. How you going to do it?
I might have to come back to it. I don't know. I'm definitely going with popcorn.
Yeah, undoubtedly.
I like popcorn. A hot dog at home with a movie night?
A home dog.
I ain't doing no home dog. I don't eat hot dogs at my home.
Have you ever...
Nachos and cheese?
You can put the peanut M&Ms and the popcorn in one hand and do that.
Oh.
Eat it is what I'm doing. That's the motion for eating.
Now,
That's the international symbol for eating.
Can I put...
It's not really.
Is it?
No.
Can I put meat on my nachos and cheese?
You can do whatever you want to. They're your nachos.
I'd like to do that, but... And now we're to the point where we need to select our movie, and then I have $3 to spend.
After you select the movie. Let's talk about each one of these movies and whether or not you've seen them.
I've seen Clueless.
Clueless, one of my wife's favorite movies. I have watched it at least once in adulthood with her and the kids. It was fun. It holds up in a certain kind of way, like as a snapshot of the 90s.
Okay.
Definitely entertaining, but definitely not my choice.
I think that's where Lando learned what a skank was.
That's where many of us learned what a skank was.
Titanic, very long movie.
Very long movie. I remember being in middle school, probably. Yes, I'm old. Maybe even high school. I don't know. when Titanic came out. And I remember watching it and walking out of the theater and thinking to myself, that's the best movie I've ever seen. Like that's like I got Titanicked. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's not the best movie I've ever seen. It's not in even my top 100 at this point in life.
Oh, really?
But in the moment, it was unlike anything I'd ever seen. First of all, I'd never sat down that long at any point in my life.
Pretty epic.
Well, back then, like there weren't as many entertainment options. Like, you know, a big blockbuster came out, and it was like everybody was talking about Titanic for like 6 months, and so it felt like you had to see it in the theater.
What year was that?
Everybody saw it.
97. So
so I was high school.
Yeah.
I think
No, I was a freshman in college. Wow. And it still meant the world to me.
I remember Terminator 2 was a really big deal.
Biggest deal.
That was a big deal,
Biggest
too.
deal since Terminator.
Movies were a big deal. Not a big. I'll tell you what a big deal is. Just want to throw this in there.
Yeah, that's it's a good time
The
for it.
second edition of our comic book, Blood Oath. This one's Rhett and Link versus Barbara and Jade, our dogs, and Jade, the AI. So if you're not already a Third Degree Monthly member, or a Third Degree member in general, you got to join Third Degree Monthly by the end of January.
Do it.
Go to mythicalsociety.com. Get yourself this amazingly detailed story of dog peril.
Now, we actually recently watched Wayne's World together with friends, and it was a little bit of an accident. We were hanging out with some friends.
It was happenstance.
And we had watched something on YouTube. I don't remember what that was. And then,
You're not talking about me.
Yeah. Oh, you left.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
You left.
Oh, well.
Because it was me and Jaden and Ward.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Are you sure you weren't there?
Maybe I just left mentally.
I can't remember if you had to leave. All I know is Wayne's World came on as the next video on YouTube because it was like...
Oh, yeah, and we ended up watching it.
You were there.
I was there.
Maybe you have seen a lot of movies, you just don't remember it.
That's true.
And I remember thinking...
It's a great movie.
Are we really... Like, when it came on, we were like...
We gonna keep doing this?
Are we about to watch
Yeah, I remember
Wayne's
that.
World? And then the credits were rolling. I mean, we watched the whole thing.
It was a good movie.
And it was like... It holds up in a way. Again, in a way, it holds up.
I went to a movie premiere last year, and Tia Carrera was there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the swing lady from
the swing
Wayne's World?
lady is what we call her.
She was there, man. I'm leaning towards Wayne's World, but I kind of want to watch Goodfellas again. I don't remember much about it.
Absolutely no doubt. Goodfellas all the way.
I think I'm gonna watch Goodfellas.
This movie, man. This is so. Just the first scene. Do you need help? I
can't reach it.
Just the first scene alone. It's just right out of the gate. You having trouble?
This is the type of stuff that happens to me, and I just kind of have to sit down and cry a little bit, and then I get up and I keep going.
Yeah, that's right. It's all about getting back up. Oh, you hit the mic real hard.
Okay, and I still have $3 to spend. We're gonna watch Goodfellas together tonight, right?
First of all, can I just say this is gonna be a good night. Goodfellas, long movie, lots of action, but I'm not gonna miss a second of it because of that soda. I'm gonna feel good the whole time, and I'm gonna have sweet and salty hands just back and forth all night long. What a night this is gonna be.
I'm gonna have a pillow.
I feel like that's a mistake.
With my $2, and then I'm also gonna have some hot chocolate as dessert for my wine.
It's okay if you have it after the movie. But you can't do that before the movie.
Yeah, like right at the end of the movie, like during the credits, I'm gonna do that. And I feel really, really good about what I've done here. And we're gonna be doing this. How many Goodfellas are there? Is there a 2? Is there a sequel? Goodfellas 2? Gooder fellas?
Best fellas?
There's not a sequel to Goodfellas.
Better
There's just
fellas
a lot of
and best
Godfathers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember if Goodfellas is like critically acclaimed at this point.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes
I just
on
know
it?
that it was.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes on all of
I love
these?
a good gangster movie.
Let's start with Goodfellas. Let's see the Rotten Tomatoes on all
It
these.
says, yeah, there's not a sequel. There's an unofficial sequel that came out the month before Goodfellas. I don't know who's. This is Reddit. Yeah.
Unofficial sequel. What?
Just tell me the Rotten Tomatoes. 96%.
Yeah, well, that's pretty dang good.
Wayne's World, what's it got?
Well, let's guess. Wayne's World has 47%.
74%. It's pretty good.
Oh, 79%.
79%.
I thought it does hold up.
Certified
but,
fresh, man.
Titanic has
89%.
no 81%.
87%.
And finally, Clueless has 63%.
69%. 81%.
Wow, all
That is
these
not
movies are
enough.
certified fresh and 80 and above. And they're all good. They're all
The
good.
critics' consensus on Clueless is a funny and clever reshaping of Emma. Clueless offers a soft satire that pokes as much fun at teen films as it does at the Beverly Hills Glitterati.
That's why I think Clueless holds up. It doesn't. It like they made it like an act, like a parody of a timepiece in a way. I think it's.
Yeah, that's true.
A parody of a timepiece.
You're definitely picking Clueless, right,
yeah,
Stevie?
for sure.
You gonna have a blanket?
Oh yeah, always a blanket. And Ringo does prefer the soft blanket, so I do
Right.
also lure him in.
You want to lure him
like,
in.
I was listening to that.
What else are you spending?
Popcorn for sure. I like wine. I'm in the wine boat with
Wine and
with
popcorn
wine.
works.
Yeah, it's good. And then
And you don't get filled up on food, so the wine has its maximum effect.
There you go. And then yeah, the peanut M&Ms. It's the only choice.
Only
really.
logical choice. I mean, who's gonna get snow caps? You know, that person should be put in the back of a trunk, and Joe Pesci should just come up to them and
Doof, 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 doof.
So we don't have candy in the house either, but if you're gonna have a movie night and you just get one of those little candies and you're like, we're having a movie night, psychologically does wonders. It really is like, oh,
You know what?
This
I
is a
haven't thought
movie
about
night.
this.
You just
You
get
know?
a little box of
for-
candy.
you
Go to the drugstore, get a little
Yeah.
box.
You get a little Tupperware that says just for the movies.
Don't.
Well-
That ain't gonna work.
you don't have to have Tupperware.
I think you do.
You gotta buy it.
Sure.
Just for the movies.
And let's not throw around the term Tupperware unless we mean it. Tupperware is a specific type of plasticware that if you push in the middle, it seals effortlessly.
Really?
Yeah.
Put in a Pyrex.
Put it in a Pyrex. Join Third Degree Monthly by January 31st to get the second issue of our comic book, Blood Oath, mythicalsociety.com.